Hello everyone, so now let's do the SSH. If you remember, in our previous class we done the telnet. We learned how we can configure the telnet in our ASA Firewall. So now in today's class we are going to learn how we can configure the SSH. Okay, I hope you remember this is our ASA Firewall. We told this is inside. Okay, from here to here is inside. This is outside. Okay, so let me configure the SSH. I hope you remember SSH is more secure compared to the telnet, because if anyone capture our data in the telnet, they can read our data. But if you are using the SSH, if anyone capture your data also, they cannot understand what is going on in that data because it will be encrypted. Okay, so let's see how we can configure the SSH in the ASA Firewall. Okay, because we already know how we can configure in the router. Already we learn when we do CCNA and CCNP. Okay, so now I am inside the ASA Firewall. What I will do, first of all, I will go in the config T. Okay, now I am inside the config T in the global configuration. First step, we need to generate the key, crypto key generate. Okay, crypto key generate RSA module, and here we can give the range. If you press question mark, we can give 768 512 2048 1024. If you take the high value, it will consume more CPU, so depend, and more strong security. So whatever you need, you can take that one. Okay, so let me take this one 1024. So it will generate the key. After that we need to write SSH, give space, and which network you need to allow. Example, this is your inside network 192.168.1.0 is the ID, network ID of your inside. So if you want to allow that one, you can write 192.168.1.0, give space 255.255.255.0, and here we need to write inside. Okay, I write inside, press, and then if you want to run the version 2, then we can write SSH version 2. Version 1, version 2, we have two versions in the SSH. Version 2 is more secure compared to the version 1. So I enable version 2. If you want to define timeout, like if we are not using after some time, it will go out. So we can write timeout. We can define also 10, and we can change the, if you want to give the password, like we can create the local user. Okay, so let me create the local user. I will write user. I think before we create, anyhow, let me do user admin. Okay, and the password also I will write admin, and privilege I will give 15. Okay, so I created local user also. Now I need to enable that one. So I will write AAA authentication SSH, and keyword is a console, and then we need to write in capital local. Okay, so AAA authentication SSH console local. So they are going to check the local database. Okay, press enter. So with this command we enable the SSH in the ASA Firewall. And now if you want to access from the router, you can access. How we will access? We will go here. I am inside the router. I will write SSH-L, and then we need to write the username. I give username as admin, and we need to write the IP address. So what is the IP of the ASA Firewall? If you want, I can write show IP, and if you see, this is the IP for inside. So this one I need to write. So I will go here, I will write this IP, then press enter. Okay, we will press enter, then they will ask you the password. So you need to write the password. What password we give? We give as a admin. So I will write admin and press enter. I write wrong, now I write correct password, admin I write. So I am able to access. I will write enable, and then I will write the enable password. Now I am inside the ASA Firewall. Okay, so this way we can do. What I done? I am accessing the ASA Firewall from the R1, and this is a configuration. What configuration I done? First I write the crypto key generate RSA module, and then I give the number. And if you see here SSH 192.168.1.0, I give here 1.0. If you see, I give inside network. If you want to enable the outside network also, we can enable. Let me show you. If you remember, before we enable the telnet inside, outside, both the side, but telnet is not working outside. But now SSH is secure, so it is going to work from outside also. Let me show you. Okay, let me enable the telnet SSH for outside. If you want to check what configuration we done till now, we can write show running, and then you can write SSH. It will show you whatever commands we done. If you see, we write this one, we define the timeout, we write the version 2. Okay, so now let me do for the outside also. So how we will do for outside? Same thing, we will write here like SSH and then 192.168.2.0 255.255.255.0 outside. Okay, I press this one, and now let me open this router, and we are going to try to access from here, from this router. So this is the router R2. Let me check the IP, show IP interface brief, and I have the IP 2.1. Okay, so I will write SSH-L admin because we have the username as admin, and the IP will be 192.168.2.100. Right, this IP is 2.100. If you have confusion, you can check. You can write show IP in the ASA Firewall, you will get this is the outside IP. Okay, so let's type this one and press enter. SSH-L admin and give the IP. I am accessing from the outside. Okay, this is outside. So I am accessing now SSH. Before I am unable to access. When I configure the telnet, I am unable to access. But when we configure SSH, we can access from the outside also. Okay, so let me write the password. I give the admin, and now I am able to access. I write enable, and I can write the password, enable password. See, I am able to access the ASA Firewall. I can write show IP or show interface IP brief to check the interface status. I can access. So what I am doing, I am accessing the ASA Firewall from the outside zone, that is outside, and also from inside. Inside telnet is working, but if you remember, inside telnet is working, outside telnet is not working. But if you check now, SSH is working inside and outside also. Even we have the inside zone or outside zone, no issue, SSH is going to work both the side. Okay, so I hope you remember the commands what I done. If you face any issue, anything, you can WhatsApp us. Our team is going to support you. Okay, I will exit now this. Okay, right, exit. So now I am inside the R2. Okay, and if you face issue, let me show you. The configuration is very simple. What we done this. This is the first step. This is the second step. This is the third one. We enable the version 2. Okay, and we create one local user, and we enable the local user with this one. We ask check the local user database. Okay, and same thing, if you want to enable outside, we write SSH 192.168.2.0 and give the subnet mask and write the outside. So from outside also they are able to access this network. Whatever network we write, that network guy is only able to access. So here we need to define the network ID. So this is the network ID of our outside network here, this one. Okay, I hope this is clear for you. Even if you face any issue, no problem, you can WhatsApp us or follow us on the Instagram and message us. We are going to support you.